Hello guys, I'm Super Ron. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Autoshack and I'm very excited about this week's project. It is this, a JDM Nissan 300 ZX. I've been a huge fan of these 300 ZXs for a long time. In fact, way back in 2001, I based my GCSE art project on one of these cars. I made this full V6 twin turbo engine out of paper mache, and that was my art project display piece. I made the block, the heads, the twin turbos, all the electric manifold, even down to the intercoolers at the front each side. And quite rightly, that was my highest GCSE grade I got. But the owner's love for these goes back even further. When he was 8 years old, his dad took him to the Nissan dealership where they were picking up a brand new Nissan Sunny, and he got the brochure for one of these, and ever since he was determined to get one. So for his 35th birthday, he treated himself and he had this example imported. As you've seen from the walk around, this is absolutely immaculate. It is like a museum piece. And that is because this has only covered 34,000 kilometers, which is about 21,000 miles. This ticked all the boxes for him. The V6 twin turbo model, all the gadgets and the electronics inside with the high JDM spec. There was just one thing that didn't tick the box, but he knew in the future that was possible to change. And that's what it is here for today, because this 300 ZX twin turbo has an automatic gearbox and we are going to convert it to full manual. I've been having a good look around and I love all the JDM quirks of these, straight from Japan, all the writing, all in Japanese, got the original build sheets up there, all in Japanese, but still present. He really did pick the right one. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. All the inside is absolutely pristine. All the electric seats, and there is the auto gearbox. I love the inside of these. It's so futuristic for a 90s car. Very Toyota Supra-ish. It's just an amazing, unmolested example. Even got all the standard Nissan exhaust still on it. All the sills, lower balances are just pristine. I am a big fan. So as well as getting the perfect car, he has also sorted out all the parts for the conversion. So let's see what we've got. So here are all the pieces we've got to complete the puzzle. Usually when we're told we've got everything we need, everything will be there in the car, ready to go, I'm usually a little bit skeptical and we have to end up ordering half the stuff again. But this does look like a very well put together kit. It's from Z1 Motorsports in America, and it sounds like they do a lot of 300 ZX manual conversions, so they know their stuff, and lots of this stuff is genuine Nissan parts, so we know it's going to be good quality. And they also do a range of upgraded parts, which is selected. This is their performance flywheel, upgraded clutch, and it does come with absolutely everything. We've got the braided clutch line, we've got all the brackets for the shifter, we've got all the wiring loom for the gearbox, we've got the dust flex plate, we've got the pedals for the clutch and the brake, we've got the genuine Nissan master cylinder, we've got the shifter, we've got boots, clutch fork, lots of other brackets, we've got all the oil, we've even got this prop shaft is all pre-made, ready to bolt straight on with the coupler, all the hardware we're going to need, every nut and bolt, everything's labelled and ready to go. So hopefully this is going to be a very straightforward conversion. Also with the kit comes the Nissan 300 ZX twin turbo 5-speed gearbox. This is also from Z1 Motorsport, and this is a 98R spec gearbox, because after 98 they started producing stronger gearboxes with better internals, so that's the one to go for, and that's what this one is. So if he wants to start pushing more power in the future, he's got all the components needed to do it, and he couldn't have chose a better car for it to go on. the last time ever putting it in park. And underneath looks just as pristine as the outside. Sometimes these shiny cars are a bit grotty underneath, but this one looks immaculate. Considering it's nearly 30 years old, it's all original under here. Still got the original exhaust. The rear valance just looks perfect. Still got the centre silencers and the cats, so we'll have to get all them off. Being Japanese, hopefully nothing will snap off because it's never been touched before. So let's roll to a time lapse. Little update for you guys. So you saw we got the full exhaust system off. That all came off as one, so that's nice and easy. Luckily, everything came undone. I was a bit worried about the bolts on the turbos, but no snap bolts, everything come off just as it should. The little turbo sitting up there. Got the starter motor off this side, all the brackets off. So we've got the torque converter all unbolted off the flex plate, so that's ready to come off. Got the prop shaft all out. The standard prop shaft is a 2-piece. Our new one is a 1-piece upgrade. There's the oil cooler lines, got all them off. Starter and some heat shields. Got the full exhaust system, all come off as one. And it looks like this is the original exhaust system that came on the car. Still got all the Nissan back boxes with all the part numbers. So it does look like this is the original exhaust, which is quite something on a 93 car. It's nearly as old as me. So we've just got a little bit of wiring still to do, disconnect from the top, and then we're almost ready to take this out. Got all the oil cooler lines. They used to go into the radiator there, so they're all disconnected. So a bit of wiring and get into the top bell housing bolts, and we'll be ready to drop this auto box out. So that's all the wiring disconnected. We've got everything off, everything separated. Got the gearbox dipstick out, and it looks like up here, we've got nice easy access to all the bell housing bolts. So it should come out pretty easy. Let's get it out. And as easy as that, all the auto stuff is now removed. So much room for activities. The box came out nice and easy, got the flex plate and everything off. It's really nice. This hasn't been messed around with before. Everything's original. No snap bolts. Such good condition under here. Then we've got the 2 gearboxes. They're about the same size, but the auto box is mega heavy. Got a little bit of wiring loom to plug in onto the manual box, but compared to the auto, there's not much on it. We've got a reverse switch, neutral switch, and a speedo to plug in. So now it is no longer a 300ZX twin turbo auto. We are past halfway of transition. So we've got a bit of an oil leak from the rear main oil seal, so we'll get that replaced. The other thing we've got to do, the difference between autos and manuals, is the pilot bearing for the manual here doesn't fit in this hole here, because the auto has this insert. So we've got to get that insert out, and then the pilot bearing should go in the end of the crank. And it's out. That was well in there. So I had to weld a little tab on it and then get the slide hammer out to pull it out. I think the heat from the weld would have helped it as well, but it's just a press fit. It's very tight and it's never been out before, but that got it. And now under here, we've got the center hole that our manual pilot bearing goes in. So now that'll press in there nicely. We'll put the new seal on and we'll be done. Right, let's see what details we get on our database for torque settings and things like that. So let's go Nissan 300ZX, 3 litre turbo, yep, 1993. Yeah, engine code. Yes, we do. And there's our little Nissan. That's right. So if we go repair data, transmission, technical drawings. Good thing about this, it has exploded diagrams for everything. And every single nut and bolt has a torque setting next to it, so you know what you're looking at, where you're going. Instead of going from a list where it's not really clear, there's all the clutch fork assembly, how that goes together. And there's the clutch and flywheel. Clutch bolts there, 40 Newton meters. Be handy. And you can blow them all up bigger to see more detail. So that's what we're going to be doing in a minute. So that's right what we need. What else have we got? Got all exploded diagrams of the bell housing itself. If we wanted to go deeper, we could open up the whole box, but with our brand new box we won't need to do that. There's a shifter assembly, that'll be handy to how that goes together with all the torque settings. And this is for the clutch pedal, that'll be handy. It's got all the torque settings for installing the clutch pedal. Right, so that should give us everything that we need to go. So let's get this flywheel back on and get the clutch on. And here is the Z1 Motorsport lightweight clutch and flywheel package. So there's the really nice billet flywheel. Nice piece of kit. Comes with all genuine Nissan flywheel bolts and clutch bolts. They all come with the kit as well. And the upgraded clutch if you want to run a bit more power. And the braided clutch line as well. And with the Z1 Motorsport clutch and flywheel installed, we are now over that hump where we are closer to having a manual 300ZX than having an auto 300ZX. In this episode, we've got all the automatic stuff and its associated parts removed. We removed the gearbox, torque converter, the gear stick inside, all the wiring loom and everything else to do with the auto, and that is now gone out in the shed. So make sure you tune into the next episode because now we've got this clutch and flywheel on, we are ready to put the gearbox on. The Z1 Motorsport has got all the hardware, all the bolts to put it on, so it should go with ease. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you give it a like and hopefully it'll be useful for people in the future looking up this conversion. So far, so good, and everything has gone really well. I'm going to carry on reading the instructions that Z1 Motorsport gave to us for the conversion, but until next time, make sure you have fun.